Ever wonder why some people seem to have it all, while others struggle no matter how hard they try? What makes the rich so rich? Thomas C. Corley, a financial expert, was just as curious. When a client came to him, desperate to figure out why his business was growing but he still couldn't make ends meet, nothing seemed wrong with the business. But during a casual conversation, Corley asked a simple question. What do you do when you get home at night? The client's answer revealed something shocking. His habits were sabotaging his success. This was the breakthrough Corley needed to understand that financial success is about more than just hard work. Presenting you the rich habits on findings that Corley spent the next 5 years studying the habits of the wealthy and the struggling. He discovered that the rich live their lives differently, following specific habits that lead to success. Many unsuccessful people rationalize that they don't have good luck or just aren't lucky. Is good luck important to becoming successful? The answer is a resounding yes. While luck is important, it's not the whole story. Here are the 4 types of luck. Trainer, random good luck. Uncontrollable events like winning the lottery. Random bad luck. Uncontrollable events like illness or accidents. Opportunity. Luck created by consistent good habits. Detrimental luck. Bad outcomes from poor habits. Living the rich habits helps you attract positive opportunities and create your luck. There are 10 promises that one can fulfill which will lead to a sure-shot success. Promise number 1, I will follow good daily habits every day. Success starts with understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Self-assessment requires honesty, and a practical way to achieve this is by examining your daily habits. Observing your daily routines helps reveal your strengths and areas for improvement. To implement this, write down your bad habits in a table and just write the opposite good habit that you can implement. Spend 30 days adhering to your new good habits. Aim to complete at least 80% of your good habits each day to stay accountable and track your progress. Promise number 2, I will set goals for each day, for each month, for each year, and for the long term. I will focus on my goals every day. Successful people are long-term thinkers who focus on their goals despite daily distractions. They have 4 types of goals, and here's how they approach their goals. Daily goals. Identify tasks that have a high chance of completion each day. Monthly goals. Break these into weekly tasks. For instance, to write 5 life insurance policies in a month, you might need to meet 10 prospects each week, which requires 50 phone calls a week. Yearly goals. Define initiatives you can control. For example, if your goal is to pass the CPA exam this year, create a study plan. 1 hour of study each weekday and 6 hours each weekend. Long-term goals. Set larger, strategic goals. For instance, saving for a house in 5 years by setting aside $1,000 a month, achieved through saving $250 from each paycheck. Using a vision board can help you stay focused on these long-term goals. It could include images of your dream home, future business, or retirement destination, making your goals tangible and keeping them in sight. Promise number 3, I will engage in self-improvement every day. Successful people make self-improvement a daily habit. They regularly read industry journals, technical materials, and stay updated on their field. Instead of spending excessive time watching TV or browsing the internet, they focus on enhancing their skills, pursuing additional licenses or degrees, or working on projects that boost their business or career. Commit to dedicating at least 30 minutes each day to self-improvement activities. This might include reading, learning new skills, or working on professional development. Although 30 minutes a day may seem modest, it accumulates substantially over time. Promise number 4, I will devote part of each day to caring for my health. Successful people prioritize their health by eating well and exercising regularly. They avoid binge eating or excessive drinking, reserving indulgences for special occasions rather than making them a regular habit. For them, exercise is as routine as brushing their teeth, which boosts their immune system and reduces sick days, leading to higher productivity and more energy. Instead of dieting, which is often unsustainable, successful people manage their weight through mindful food consumption and regular exercise. They track their caloric intake, but don't feel guilty about occasional treats. Effective weight management involves staying within a daily caloric threshold and engaging in daily aerobic exercise for at least 20 to 30 minutes. Outdoor jogging is particularly beneficial as it burns more calories than indoor workouts. Exercising in the morning is ideal as it helps avoid interruptions. Promise number 5. I will devote each and every day to forming lifelong relationships. Successful people treat relationships as invaluable, nurturing them with care. They remember names, birthdays, and special occasions, and they offer help without expecting immediate benefits. They stay involved in significant life events like graduations and weddings, and they avoid toxic relationships, focusing on maintaining a positive network. To manage relationships effectively, they use systems to track important details like professions, birthdays, and hobbies. Tools like Outlook can help. A practical tip is to categorize contacts by common interests, such as tennis, college friends, or business associates. Reviewing these categories before events helps you remember names, making others feel valued and strengthening connections. Promise number 6. I will live each and every day in a state of moderation. Living in moderation means maintaining balance without falling into extremes. Successful people avoid excesses in work, eating, exercise, and leisure, aiming for a well-rounded life. They are even-tempered, fostering positive relationships, and often lead modest lifestyles like Warren Buffett, who lives simply despite his wealth. Unsuccessful people, on the other hand, tend to live in extremes, overindulging in food, drink, and emotions, leading to conflict and financial instability. Their spending is often driven by a need to impress, resulting in financial strain and a lack of savings, making it difficult for them to live within their means. Promise number 7. I will accomplish my daily tasks each and every day. I will adopt a do-it-now mindset. Successful people avoid procrastination. They tackle tasks immediately and are focused on achieving their daily goals. They use to-do lists to stay organized and plan their day effectively. In contrast, unsuccessful people delay tasks and put off what should be done today. To combat procrastination, adopt a do-it-now attitude. When tempted to delay, remind yourself with the mantra, do it now. Repeating this phrase can help you overcome the urge to procrastinate. Once you start working on a task, you'll likely become absorbed and feel a sense of accomplishment and control. Promise number 8. I will engage in rich thinking every day. Successful people maintain a positive, enthusiastic, and balanced mindset. They view challenges as opportunities and control their thoughts and emotions, quickly replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. They recognize the impact of negative media and limit exposure to avoid unnecessary stress and anxiety. Instead, they focus on positive content and practice daily gratitude, often maintaining a list of things they are thankful for. Promise number 9. I will save 10% of my gross income every paycheck. Successful people prioritize saving by setting aside 10% of their gross income before paying any bills. They consistently contribute to savings, investments, or retirement accounts, and have clear retirement goals. In contrast, unsuccessful people spend every penny of their income, often living paycheck to paycheck. They rarely save and may struggle financially in retirement due to a lack of planning and unwillingness to adjust their lifestyle for savings. Promise number 10. I will control my thoughts and emotions each and every day. Successful people master their thoughts and emotions, avoiding negative feelings such as anger, jealousy, and sadness. They quickly replace bad thoughts with positive ones, using the think, evaluate, react technique to handle difficult situations thoughtfully. They stay engaged in productive activities and self-improvement to maintain positive feelings and control over their emotions. Unsuccessful people, on the other hand, let their emotions dictate their actions, becoming easily depressed and reacting impulsively. They often struggle with negative thoughts and bad habits that lead to poor decisions and undesirable outcomes. Fulfill all these promises will definitely lead you to success.